Hello everyone. My one word is patience. This is Lesotho News Broadcasting Agency, your presenter Mariana Mukhethi. In this topic, we are going to talk about Lesotho's topmost richest person, Sam Matekane. Okay, have you heard that Mr. Sam Matekane is considered the most richest or wealthiest man in Lesotho? He started his first business in 1986, where he was operating as a brick manufacturing business in Lesotho. This is where his entrepreneurship journey started. One of the latest achievements of Mr. Sam Matekane is that of winning the 2021 Forbes Best of Africa Award. Mr. Sam Matekane is actually a down-to-earth person when you approach him. I have heard stories of many people who have asked him for help. If you want to learn more about these legends' achievements, I invite you to stay with me as I go deeper with this podcast. You will learn all about his net worth, how he became rich, and you will also get to know more about his profile. Not only is that, but you will learn more about his private jets. Without wasting time, let's take a look at how this podcast is going to be like. We are going to be talking about who is Sam Matekane, his family, how did he get rich, his net worth, his investments, his political party, and many other top rich people in Lesotho. Now, who is Sam Matekane? Mr. Sam Matekane is a Mosotho man who was born in 1958 at Mansunyane in Tabatseka district, Lesotho. He is one of the successful entrepreneurs Lesotho has ever seen. He has always been zealous and striving to do more and better, from just a dream to become a successful man. He has overcome milestones to now be known as the CEO of Matekane Group of Companies, MGC in short. On top of being the he is known to be the CEO of Matekane Group of Companies. On top of being the CEO of MGC, he is a board member of Miso Diamond Pty Ltd, and he is the owner of Organic Global Brands Pharmaceuticals. Now of late, he has started a new political party, Revolution for Prosperity. Now let's move. How did Sam Matekane get rich? In this part, we are only mentioning things we have proof of. Yes, there are rumors of how he got rich, but I'm not interested in all that information. I'm going to focus more on the proof that we can see, things he has done. And an entrepreneurial journey is long and requires a lot of patience. This business philosophy is being told by so many successful entrepreneurs. Mr. Sam Matekane followed this philosophy also. This rich man states that his riches didn't happen in a short time, but because of being persistent at what he does. According to one of the articles written by Matabana Kotel, who works at Lesotho Times newspaper, Mr. Sam Matekane started his business from nothing in 1986, where he was manufacturing bricks. From the article, the rich man had to save money for business. He was not using his savings money for the family. He had to have a separate savings so that he was not tampering with the family savings. One of his codes is that if you fail to separate the business funds from yours, the business will collapse. This is not to say you should not enjoy the fruits of your business. The right thing to do is to pay yourself a salary. When the salary is exhausted, know that you haven't got any money anymore and avoid dipping your fingers in the business finances. Wait until your next paycheck. Sorry, this is one of the quotes from Sam Matekane. Let's take a look at Sam Matekane's net worth. Mr. Sam Matekane's net worth cannot be exactly estimated because, unlike Americans, Basotho don't like publicizing their riches. I don't know why rich people in Lesotho don't do that, but they just don't. The only way to make a rough estimation on a person's net worth in Lesotho is through his assets. I am going to give you an estimation about Mr. Sam Matekane's assets, which I know will give you a rough sketch on how rich he is. Let me get on. 1. MGC. This company started as Matekane Transport and Plant Hire. It has now evolved into a multi-sector corporation embodying aviation, property development, mining and farming. This company is the reason why this man became popular. MGC is worth millions in cash when being assessed. Because of it, he was able to buy the jets, that is airplanes. 2. Matekane jets. To buy an airplane costs an arm and a leg. Not even one politician in Lesotho owns a private jet. But Mr. Sam Matekane is the only person in Lesotho who owns a private jet to transport people and light goods to other countries. This is the only way for me to give you a clear picture of how wealthy this man is. The third point, organic or low-bar brands. This is an innovative health and wellness solution company that hold their foundation in the world of natural medicines. It provides vitality products that improve, enhance, and amplify life, working with nature and science. We can make a rough estimation of his house. He also built Matekane Stadium at Mansunyane. Mr. Matekane's entrepreneurial journey. Mr. Sam Matekane takes part in many activities in Lesotho. He sponsors football teams such as the Hopo FC. He sometimes sponsors events. Now of late, he has invested in the new project which is based in Mansunyane in Tabatseka district, Leronti Farm. Now let's take a look at Leronti Farm, which is Matekane's new investment. From the LTV news or bulletins, Leronti Farm is one of the projects Mr. Sam Matekane has invested in as a way of giving back to the community. One thing I like about Mr. Sam Matekane is that he gives back to the community where he was raised. He is not giving back to the community he is now living in. You get that? He's going back to his roots. How many successful people turn their backs on the communities which raised them? I will let you to answer that question on your own. One of the famous people who had done this is Dr. Pakari Tamsisi. When you get to Kashismek, you will see a huge difference compared to other districts in Lesotho. Dr. Musisi has done so many developments in his home district. I salute these two people for the good job they had done in their hometowns or places. Let's move on to what does Leronti Farm specialize in? Leronti Farm, which is a project that is mainly for empowering Basotho farmers, it specializes in piggery farming, poultry farming, and vegetable farming. Not only is that, but it also empowers churches. In the rural areas, Tabatseka district, you will find that churches are very scarce. Therefore, this project is mainly to help churches in the rural areas with many projects that will help them grow. We are still under the topic of Matekane's net worth. We look at Revolution for Prosperity, which is the new political party of Mr. Sam Matekane. Mr. Sam Matekane on Tuesday, the 22nd March 2022, Mr. Sam Matekane officially launched his political party, which is Revolution for Prosperity. The board of directors for this new political party is made up of the top rich men in Lesotho. Not only is that, but it also consists of some people who have been in the political cycle for a longer time. For example, Mr. Tlohanse. Since the launch of Revolution for Prosperity political party, people all over the country have started joining this party with such an alarming rate. However, it seems that some of the politicians in Lesotho have been shaken by this unexpected surprise from Sam Matekane. I don't really know why these politicians are shaken by this Revolution for Prosperity political party. From where I am standing, I think it's because of the generosity of this man. I am saying this because he donated a new uniform for the Lesotho Defense Force (LDF) and the Lesotho Mountain Police Services. After that, he ensured that Lesotho students who are studying in Ukraine returned home safe, since there is still civil war going on between Russia and Ukraine. Ho thusa mapolesa le masole ka ditlhoko tsa bona e ne se mokgwa wa ho iketa, empa ke ne ke thusa jwalo ka ha ke ntse ke tlwaetse ho thusa dikarolong tse ding tsa naha. That was Mr. Sam Matekane speaking in Lesotho in one of the cycles he was talking in. The above statement was issued by Mr. Matekane regarding the attack he faced about his donation to the LDF and LMPS. The question is, will Mr. Sam Matekane serve the nation the way he used to now that he has entered the political cycle? Again, that is the rhetoric question we will have to find out after the elections. Only a few months left before Lesotho national elections take place. Now, let's take a look at who are the other richest people in Lesotho. I have already indicated that Mr. Matekane is considered to be the most richest man in Lesotho. However, there are other successful people in the country. I have seen that people are also looking for rich women in Lesotho. Mary Kobedi is a top rich woman in Lesotho. She recently bought 2 airplanes which she wants to trade in air transport. Let me list a few people who are considered to be rich in Lesotho. Let me go on. Motai from Motai Diamonds, Tolo from Tolo Energy, Lepema from Executive Company, Ntane Brothers from Ntane Brothers, Mujapela, and many others. Now, here is what I would like you to do. I want you to comment below this video and list other people whom you consider rich. It is my aim to put Lesotho's information out there on the internet so that people can know what is going on in Lesotho. Now, today you have learned about Mr. Sam Matekane. What is your opinion about him entering the political cycle? Do you think he's going to be able to serve the nation the way he used to? Or he's going to turn into a cycle that enjoys the taxes of Basotho? I want you to comment below this podcast and tell me, do you think we are going to see him doing the good deeds he used to? Until next time, this is Lesotho News Television. Don't forget to give us a like and click that subscribe button. Until next time, this is your boy Maranyane Mokgethi. Bye.